What's up, guys? You're watching Poot's Garage. Look what showed up early. So let's back up 12 hours and go pick these things up. We are in the truck again. Here we go. We gotta go grab something. Same place we went last week. Going back to Battleborn Wheels. Wheels are ready already. They got those things ready real quick for me, so that's pretty cool. They said it'd be a couple weeks. It ended up being a few business days, so I'm not complaining. But yeah, we just gotta make the drive out there again and go grab these things. So I don't know if you're as excited as I am, but I got some wheels. These are sick. What's up, guys? Before we get too deep into this video, we got to get to the map. So what we do is you comment where you're watching from and I'll put a red pin on your location. This week we got 15 new locations, so let's get to it. First up is Shongaloo, Louisiana. Next is San Leon, Texas. Then Seaford, Virginia. Farmington, New Hampshire. Medicine Hat, Canada. Fort Jones, California. East Palestine, Ohio. I think we've all heard of that place by now. Stay safe out there. Had to go to the world map on this one. We're doing Prince George, British Columbia, Canada. Thomaston, Georgia. Yakima, Washington. Canton, North Carolina. Salcombe, Washington. Fostoria, Michigan. Tolleson, Arizona. And last we have Madison, Florida. And that's it for this week, so keep calling out those cities, states, your county, whatever you want to represent. Let's get back to the video. Now let's open these up. I've already opened up one because I just couldn't wait. I had to see it, so this one is actually sitting on the truck right now, but you can't see it yet. I absolutely love these things already. They are so sick, and the quality is absolutely insane. Now this is the most expensive set of wheels I've ever bought in my life. And I just want to mention again, these are Battleborn wheels. These come out of Carson City, Nevada. They're kind of custom made, more or less. They're kind of made to order more than custom, but you can get custom done to them. So let's open it up. You already know. That's what's up. First thing you got is a flat piece of cardboard. But wait, it's actually heavy. So, I've mentioned that I was buying beadlock wheels. I think everybody's probably heard that already. So these are this is the hardware for the rings. And the first thing you get to open is the ring. That's your first clue on the quality. So check these things out. That is your full aluminum ring. It's nice and thick, very nicely machined. It's got the knurled edges for the grip in the tire and all that good stuff. It's got the drain holes so the water doesn't get trapped inside the wheel. So clean. Then we get stickers. It's just a different sticker than was in the other one. That's cool. He even throws in a valve stem. Next is the wheel. This is the good part. You gotta unpack it all. Oh man, this is such nice. See, you get deeper and deeper and it's like, oh, you can't quite see it yet. Wait till you see this. Bam! So these are some of the nicest wheels I've ever owned. The machine work on these is absolutely incredible. They're kind of like they're a work of art. I mean, look at these. Look at that. And there's also a center cap in here, which I don't believe I can use. They don't really fit on my truck because I have hubs in the front and I got big hubs in the rear. So this doesn't really fit anyways. I probably wouldn't run them anyways just because this is a wheeler. Let's give you a nice close up of these things. So this is the Sierra Flow Formed. See, we got the Battleborn wheel logo engraved in there real deep. Nice machine work. Every other hole has a metal insert in it, and that's for the ring. And this actually comes drilled for 2 sets of holes. So I don't use every hole, I use every other hole. But if you end up getting damaged threads or something gets messed up, you can actually ring it to, you know, clock the ring to the next set of holes, and you got a fresh set of holes to use. So that's kind of a cool little feature. Has a real deep recessed valve stem opening there, so that helps protect the valve stem from getting torn off. Just take a peek at the back of the wheel there. Looking good. Now this wheel is a 17-inch diameter and it's 9 inches wide. And this is what it looks like with the ring installed. I don't have any bolts in it or anything, but it's just sitting on there, but that's how it's gonna look. Now, if anybody's curious about how a bead lock works, if you're not familiar with that, what that is your rear bead of your tire actually just rides like a normal wheel. It sits on the lip there. It's got your just a little safety hump there to help retain it. But the outer edge of the tire is what gets the actual bead lock. So your bead of your tire is actually gonna ride in between here. And when you tighten down these bolts, it's actually gonna slightly crush the tire bead in there, and it keeps it from de-beading itself when you're running really low pressures. I just love the way these look with just the bare aluminum. These are not coated with anything. They're just straight bare aluminum. So I do have to take care of them if I want them to stay looking shiny and pretty, but chances are they're gonna get all marked up and covered in dirt and mud and who knows what else. Looking at the style of this wheel, I'm like, whew, man, that would look good on the Corvette even. Bruh. Dude, that looks so sick. I know I'm missing tires. I need tires still, obviously. But man, dude, that style of that wheel fits that truck so well, I think. This thing is gonna look rad. The wheel almost has like a classic look to it, but very modern. I think it looks so good. There's the rear. I am so excited about this. These wheels are perfect. I mean, they look better than I could have ever imagined, you know. And the fitment is pretty much right where I figured. So the front wheels, the wheels themselves are actually sticking 1 inch out of the fender. So when you add tires and stuff, it'll come out about 2 more inches probably. So I'm right at that 2 to 3 inch that I figured in the previous video, so that's perfect. And then the rear, I never measured the rear with the old wheels, but where these ones are sitting, these wheels are actually flush with the fender. Rears are always more narrow than the front, so with the tire on there, it should just barely be, maybe just a hair stick out, which I think is gonna be perfect. So you can see where we're sitting right now. Woo! These things are gonna be so sick. They look way too nice for this truck. Look at this thing. This thing is so filthy now. It makes the truck look horrible. But once I wash the truck, and I'm gonna have to go through and I'm actually gonna have to polish all these mirrors and bumpers and badges just to make things pop a little to match the wheels. But dude, it looks so good. And they match all of our fresh suspension real good. We got the polished aluminum bits in the suspension and the orange. Everything's looking real good in there. I guess I really need to order some tires now. I don't even know what I'm doing with this video anymore. I got so sidetracked. Oh yeah, I'm gonna crawl under there and pull the diff covers off. We're gonna drain some fluid out. Hopefully that's not full of water. You never know. I have never opened these axles and they've been stored for a few years now. So yeah, let's see what happens. Y'all want a weather update? It's raining now. Imagine that. So, if you live on the West Coast, you've probably heard about the recent atmospheric river that's blowing through now, you know, after all that snow. You know, Tahoe, which is basically just up the road from me, literally up. Actually, it's not that high up. I'm kind of high right here anyways, so high, no, not like that. But Tahoe got absolutely buried, and I'm just on the other side of the mountains from there. So the atmospheric river that's blowing through California now is flooding everything, or might flood everything. I don't know how they're doing over there right now. It's hitting them pretty hard, but you know, we're getting it too. So it's kind of nice though, because that means the temperatures have come up just a smidge. You know, I'm actually sitting at 59 degrees in here, so that's kind of nice. Almost 60. We're almost 60 degrees in the garage. We're close, but yeah, it's just raining. It's just crazy weather. Yep, that's all we get for the weather report this week. right into the front axle first. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. So these bolts have so much paint on them from when I did that. I can't get the socket on, so we're gonna remedy that. We're gonna try the small impact first because I like using it because it's nice and light. Oh yeah, no problem. All right, cool. So we'll pull that out. So if anybody's new here or anybody that hasn't paid attention, these are actually military axles that I put under this thing. These came out of a M1008, I believe, and these have factory 456 gears already in them, and it has the rear locker. Doesn't have the front limited slip like the M1028 does, but it is kind of cool. I noticed that this bolt I'm on right now still has the factory tag on it that says 456 gears, so that's kind of cool. So the bad thing right now is there's already water dripping out of the lower bolt. That's a bad sign. Hopefully there's not much in there. Turned to oil pretty quick, so hopefully we're good. There's a closer look. So, there was almost no oil in this, which was kind of concerning, and there was a little bit of water in the bottom, but as far as like rust goes, I don't see any. There's not crazy condensation rust going on in there, so it looks pretty good. On the inside of the cover, you can see way down below is actually where my oil level was, which there was no oil in this. Somebody, I don't know if it drained out or if somebody actually emptied it before they shipped it to me, but you can see where the normal oil level was up here, but I was down here. Hopefully it was just drained to ship to me, but either way, the inside of this thing looks pretty good. There's no rust. I was worried about rust on the gears and different things. It looks all right, so we're good to go. So we're gonna clean this cover up. We're gonna seal it back up, put it on, repaint this cover with my special touch that I hope is gonna work out and not look ridiculous. And then we can fill it back up with oil and it'll be good as new. All right, we've moved to the rear axle now. This is a 14 bolt, full float. This is the military axle, so it's got 456 gears, and it's supposed to have a Detroit or Detroit type locker in it. We're gonna pull this cover off. I don't have my drain pan, so I gotta grab that still. Hopefully there's no water in it, and hopefully there's some oil in it. The front, we're lucky. There's a little bit of water and no oil, but nothing's rusty, so we're okay there. So hopefully this one's a little bit better, but I have pretty good hopes on this that this is gonna be a good one. So as we take this cover off, I need to get the bigger impact gun apparently. Like butter. So I want to talk to you guys about something, and it's something that's kind of been on my mind for fairly recently, but I've always thought about it, and please comment if you don't like this, or if I'm like, I need to, stay in my lane and just stick to working on cars and stuff like that. But one thing that I wanted to bring up was mental health. That's actually a very important thing to me. I'm not doing the standard, you know, YouTube influencer type thing about bringing up hot topics nowadays or bringing up random things, but to me, mental health is kind of important because I've been through some stuff, and I don't know if people have noticed or not, but I'm still here. But this isn't like, you know, a call for help for me or anything like that. You know, I've experienced a lot of loneliness and mental health type issues, and, you know, depression. I've actually gone to the doctor for depression before, you know, and I got put on pills for a while, and it helped me get through a short period of time and whatnot. But, you know, it's very personal, and it's kind of hard and weird to bring up things like this, but I watched a music video. I've been watching a music video for quite some time now. I watch a lot of reaction videos to it and different things, and it's very emotional, and, you know, it really gets to you, like, internally. And that video that I'm talking about is might not be what you guys would normally watch. I don't know what people watch normally online and stuff like that, but music is very important to me, and I love music, and music is a way to express yourself, and I think it's very important to find music that you can release on, you know, different ways. And I don't know, it's an emotional thing to me. And so when you're in a hard time, you find music that you can relate to and different things. And I've been through a lot of music before in my life, and I love music, you know. Whether you're in a good mood, I got great music, you know. Whether you're in a bad mood, I got great music, you know. So where I'm getting at is music is very important and different things. And so there's a music video that I've watched over and over and over, and I've actually watched a ton of reaction videos to it too. And I don't know if anybody else does that, watch reaction videos to videos that you actually like, just to get other people's perspectives, you know. And I like music, I like all music, right? So I can do anything from like classical to, you know, new age hip hop, you know, to modern hip hop and stuff like that. And God, new music is horrible, Jesus. But once in a while there's a good one that comes out. But anyways, there is a song, and I know I'm dragging this out, but there's a British rapper by the name of Ren, that this video that I keep watching over and over and over, and it really just, I don't know, it connects to you and different things like that. And then you watch the reaction videos, and, you know, the emotion that the reactors are getting really gets to you. So it's Ren, and the song is called Hi Ren. Oof, man, it goes deep. It's a very long song. Oh, my neck is getting tired here. It's a long song, but if you're in the mood or you're getting in the emotional state or whatever, watch that, you know, and just watch it, and watch it all the way through. That song goes through so many different stages. It starts off like your kind of standard, like Eminem type, kind of hardcore rap. I don't know how to explain Eminem type rap, but, you know, like the old school Eminem, where he's just going at it, and he's got two different personalities that he's rapping between, and it's really good, right? The beginning is good, but then it gets deeper and deeper, and there's like different phases of the song, and it changes completely. And Ren is he's actually a really good guitarist, which is insane, especially for a rapper, right? So he's like a musical genius, is how I always say it. There's a lot of musical geniuses out there that I've come across, but he's very good at guitar, and he's very good at rapping, and, you know, he's got a British accent, so you kind of have to get over that if you're not into that, but I think it's awesome. But the song gets deeper and deeper and deeper, and finally, at the very end, he has a personal message that really, I mean, just goes straight to the heart. Like, God, you know, it's like poetry, you know, and it's oof. So, sorry if this is dragging on, but, you know, mental health is very important. And if you're going through things, watch that video. If not, you know, maybe you just like to understand and witness other things, then watch that video. But you got to watch it all the way through, because it changes and it gets deeper and deeper and deeper as the video goes. And to me, it's a musical masterpiece, you know. Like, nobody knows how I view music or anything like that, and I think I have a good opinion on music, and it is a musical masterpiece. It is absolutely insane, especially for modern music, so check it out. Now that's a good sign. No water, all oil. That's what we're talking about. Woo! So this looks good. And going back on that previous message I just went off on, if anybody out there is watching my stuff and I don't know, they feel like they need help or they need to reach out, you know, feel free to send me a message. My email is in my video descriptions and stuff like that. I'm no therapist, but hey, if you need to talk to somebody, feel free to reach out. All right, there's the rear diff. Now, I'm no expert on Detroit differentials and all, but I can tell you that ain't an open differential, because normally you'd be seeing the side gears and everything there, but yeah, that one's a little different, so I'm pretty positive we got the right stuff in this one. And also there's no signs of rust in here and there's nothing funky going on, so we are definitely going to be able to just clean this up, stab it back together, and throw some oil in it and be good to go. Well, there you go. Just in case you ever wanted to see a Dana 60 front axle compared to a 14 bolt rear axle, there's the diff covers. The next day as usual, so it's kind of late already today. I've actually spent the last probably couple hours cleaning up these differential covers. I didn't take any video of that, so you don't have to sit through a fast forward song or anything like that. So let me show you what we got. So these are all cleaned up now. They're not perfect. You can see they got a lot of rust pitting on them. Now Dana 60 cover is real nice and thick. This 14 bolt's real thin material, but eventually I'm going to replace these with just heavy duty units anyways. But for now we're just cleaning up. We're gonna get some paint on them. You can see this 14 bolt is severely pitted. Really weird how it's right along that line too, so I don't know what's up with that. Kind of strange, but it's cleaned up as good as we're gonna go for it. This one here looks a lot better, but it's also thicker metal, so I don't really worry about it too much. You can see it's got some pitting that we didn't get down into, so we're just gonna get some fresh paint on these things and make them look right. While we wait for these things to dry, I just gotta say, I am sore. So I actually started working out again this week, and I haven't worked out in like 8 years. It's been a long time. And so I finally started figuring things out, and I'm just doing like this easy stuff, like, I don't know what you call it. Is that calisthenics or something like that? Where you're just using your body weight basically to work out, you know, jumping around and doing all sorts of weird things. Like, I'm on a workout plan right now, so it sucks. I am so sore. You know, I turned 40 years old this year, or last year, and I don't know if it's the age or what, but Jesus, man, it hurts. This stuff it shouldn't be this bad, but oh God, it's just the general movements now, it makes you sore. But yeah, we're gonna push through this thing for 2 months, 5 days a week. Hopefully I can get through it all and try and get back into shape a little bit and, you know, be healthy again. But yeah, let's check out how these things are looking. These actually look really nice. I love this finish on them. That's the Pour 15 I sprayed on there. I wanted to use that to, you know, really seal up that rust and stuff that's on there. But we're not gonna leave these like this. That's boring. So let's change that up. that was just a primer, but it was good until it wasn't. It was looking great until, let it focus in, it cracked. I hate when it does that. I don't remember if it's what would cause that. That can of paint I was using was very old, and there was barely any pressure in it, and it was literally like sputtering out. It didn't have a nice fine spray, so I kind of put it on thick because it was sputtering, and I don't know. I probably just screwed it up. But anyways, I think we'll be okay once it's dry and stuff. That was just a primer. I'm not going for the world's best finish anyways, so hopefully what I do next will kind of fill those cracks in and whatnot. You won't notice it. Not like it matters. It's under the truck. It's gonna get beat on. It just doesn't matter, but I'm trying something different. So we are gonna do our standard orange, but that's not it. We're gonna try something else. I'm not sure if I'm gonna reveal it in this video or the next, but stay tight and see how this turns out. It could be really cool, it could be really corny, it could look horrible, or I don't know. We'll just see what happens. I'm not gonna give you a close-up yet, but I don't know, can you tell from over there what's going on here? I hope this turns out good. If not, it's gonna be ridiculously dumb.